I'm Piyush Gupta. So, by education, I'm an IT engineer, and by choice, I'm an entrepreneur. I like good things in life, and I'm very, very clear that just a 9 to 6 job is definitely not going to help me achieve everything what I desire. And the only option left for me is to be an entrepreneur and come out of my comfort zone. So, the other day, I was actually reading this book titled Go for No, which is written by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz. Yes, it is a fantastic book, and I cannot say that I actually finished this 75-page book in just one day. Yes, for me, even I'm also not able to believe how I'm able to finish this entire book in just one day, and I simply loved it. It sounds like a terrible title, Go for No, but this book is not just in sales, but it is actually a book on how to approach life and rejections. Yes, and the best thing I really liked about this particular book is that it is in a story form. It's about the story of a salesperson who was just meeting his weekly targets somehow, and nothing special about that man, and through some miracle, he actually goes forward in time and meets a successful future self who is ultra successful, and he teaches him how to reach to this ultra successful level. Man, what an incredible book again. Still getting goosebumps, thinking about this. So as per the authors, there is this two-letter word that is necessary for all of us to embrace if we truly want to win in life. And these two letters are N and O. So it's the word no that we all need to embrace. You must accept these two letters. You must start loving these two letters. If you are an entrepreneur or even if you are in sales, you need to embrace the fact that you will get daily rejections and daily no's every single day. And that's pretty okay. You don't have to take them personally. Let me give you a few examples. You give an interview, and upon following up with the HR, they tell you no and they say sorry, but you're not really selected. That's a no or a rejection. So imagine, let's say you are in college and you mustered up the courage and you ask a girl out and she tells you no. That's even a very harder rejection. Embarrassing also. With these two examples, I hope you got the point. What is actually a no? And that's what the authors try to explain from this wonderful book, that life is a numbers game. And in order to achieve our goals, we don't have to accept no as final. And we have to keep pursuing no's, and eventually we will get a yes. Let me share a very interesting example. Robert Kiyosaki, one of the finest authors of the best-selling book in finance, Rich Dad Poor Dad, he shares about his Go for No story. When he first saw him, it was like, love at the first sight. Yes, and he shared his feelings, but he actually got the biggest shock of his life when she rejected his proposal, and he was deeply hurt and embarrassed. कि लड़की ने ना बोल दिया, बहुत बुरा लगा. He asked her out again, and again she said no. This went on for so many times, again and again, but I guess maybe after 7th or 8th time, finally she said yes. So, was it really a rejection when he actually asked her out 7 or 8 times, or is it actually a yes? Very difficult, no? Any takeaways from this story apart from thinking, what a cute love story is that? Life is actually a numbers game, and no means just a temporary no. It is not final. A no today can be a yes tomorrow. Yes, the authors explained very well that failure or a no is not final, and in fact, we have to go through a lot of failures to eventually become successful. I learned that most people think that success and failure are two opposites, which is totally incorrect. Yes, हमें लगता है success एक side है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता है, और हमें लगता है कि failure दूसरी side है. Yes, no, but in real, we can actually reach success only by going through the failure only in the first place. So failure is actually inevitable. It will be good if we start actually loving it. Yes. So if I'll talk about a little bit about these failures, you start realizing that it is actually not really painful, but we can learn so many fantastic lessons from these journey. So failure is actually inevitable, and it will be good if we start loving it. Otherwise, the journey is gonna be very, very painful. Another powerful concept I learned is that if failing is good, then failing faster is even better. So we need to intentionally increase our failure rate, and that's why the best athletes in the world are actually the best, because they are willing to fail time and time again in order to become the best. और हमें लगता है कि fail होना बुरी बात है. So if you really want to accept failure, if you really learn to embrace these two cute letters no, then you have a shot, my friend. Most of the times we are so emotionally attached to getting a yes that when we actually get a rejection, it's so disheartening. Yes. And the best way to succeed is to intentionally go for no's and get as many rejections as possible, because that's how we'll get to more yeses. In my journey, I got almost 85% no's every time I shared my business idea with people. Pretty heavy rejection, right? It was painful. It was pathetic actually. In fact, I don't treat this as a rejection, because I've learned that any successful entrepreneur goes through rejections every single day, and it's absolutely normal. But as a human, we would love to get a yes. We would love to hear from that HR that you are selected for that job, and even more important, getting a yes from that girl whom you're dying to talk to. To be honest, I failed for almost 10 years with almost 85 to 90 people rejecting me every time out of 100. It was nasty, it was brutal, it was painful, and I got derailed so many times. But after I went through this particular book, I finally understood that the key to success is to realize the fact that I have to go through hundreds and hundreds and tens and thousands of no's to get to yeses. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I'll become successful. It was as if the light bulb went on. Yes. Dimag ki batti jal jana. One of my mentors, Ray, he went for 20 no's a day, every single day for 6 months. And in just 6 months, he actually went from being broke, almost $1 million in debt, to almost making 40,000 US dollars a month and now a multi-millionaire and actually living a dream life in Florida, US. And then I heard so many people going for no's and achieved huge success. So what I really understood is, if it is good enough for them, it's good enough for me too. I'm not stupid. And if I can do what they have done, I can actually achieve everything what they have achieved. So it's just about changing some mental patterns and wiring your brain a little differently. Hope it has added some value. Like this video if you like it and share this video if you truly love it. Do let me know in the comment section what's your best takeaway. And if you really want to ask me something, feel free to ask and I'll be happy to help you guys. Take care. Good day.